Go on here. All right. Let's see here. All right, we got a good number of people on the webinar with us today. So first of all, thank you. Thank you for joining. We have an extremely exciting program, opportunity, position for you guys. So we're going to jump in head first and kind of start getting through these slides. And we won't take too much of your time. We've structured this to be able to get straight to the point and really show you what some of the value propositions we're presenting for you guys. Okay, first off, I'll introduce myself. My name is Ramon Von Walker. I'm president and CEO of Client Direct Mortgage. I've been originating for around 10 years or so not an extremely long career, but still long enough to have made a little bit of noise in the industry. I've been on the Scotsman Guide for a number of years, just 3 years, I think, into my profession. I was doing over $100 million a year in the business. Got up as high as 250 million. So 14, 15, 16, 17, we were in that top originator capacity with our team. My previous career is in IT, data, and finance. So I did have crossover skills, came over to the mortgage industry as well. So that was a nice transition. That's what helped me move quickly through the business. But some years ago, I started a company, a software company, and then a year later or so, we started Client Direct Mortgage. So that's what we're going to talk about now. We're going to talk about one of the positions we have available to you guys. Okay, so let's just give you the landscape of Client Direct Mortgage. We're approved in 33 states across the country. Okay. We have over 100 loan officers, and we're adding more every day. This month has been tremendous. A number of loan officers are interested in coming to our company primarily because of our innovative way of securing business. We like to help real estate agents do business. We like to help loan officers do business. We like to help clients have a competitive rate and excellent service experience. So that's really what our focus is. So you see that line here, Client Direct Mortgage was created to build a more equitable relationship between loan officers and their sponsoring companies. Part of that is this business development program. Our company wants to be able to reach out to the community that develops business, that generates business, and give them an avenue to work with our loan officer base, okay? All right, so let's kind of go through this. So in some sense, what we're about to show you, we can use the term, or we can kind of say that we've cracked the code. We are very unique in this offering. We are above board in this offering. We've checked all of the boxes, dotted the I's, and crossed the T's. This is an absolutely magnificent program that we put together with the marketing department, our own internal business development department for the mortgage side of the business. Our law firm, our associated law firm and lawyers that we have at the company have all come together and put together this program that, like I said, is very innovative. So let's get into it. The business development representatives, okay, and I'll slow down here because I'm talking kind of fast, so I'll slow down. Business development representatives are able to receive commission on business they refer to our company, okay? So I know that might be foreign to some people. Some people didn't realize there were these certain carve-outs or ability to do this, but it is absolutely true. Our company engages in this practice, and we do it, most importantly, the right way. There's a right way and a wrong way to do this. Our company, again, we've been thorough in our analysis, and we've structured this with our associated law firms and our attorneys to make sure that we're above board. I really want to stress that. That's important. Our business development representative role allow you to receive commission, okay, on the business you refer. That's the main function of the business development representative. The business development representative position is to go out into the community, okay, and help generate business for Client Direct Mortgage in the form of loans, okay? And then you're compensated for that. All right, let's move on a little bit. Okay, what's required to be a business development representative? And I know you guys have some questions. We'll answer all those at the end of the process, okay? So what's required to be a business development representative? Let's jump into that a little bit. Number one, you are a 100% commission remote W-2 employee, okay? So you do work for Client Direct Mortgage as a W-2, okay? You're remote, you're out there in the field, you're doing business development. I'm not gonna get ahead of myself, but I was gonna say some of the activities you're doing in your current profession might coincide, if you will, with what we are asking you to do. But let's just focus on the fact that the relationship between Client Direct Mortgage and between you, okay, is a 100% commission remote W-2 employee. All right, very good. All right, so common business practices or activities around business development. What are the common business development activities? Sort of things that we will see you do underneath this position. Well, in some cases, you might hold virtual, like personal finance events, right? So you might talk about real estate aspects of things, okay? Within those events. Now, keep in mind, yeah, and you might do this in conjunction with a loan officer if you're a realtor, for example. Keep in mind, you are not doing any at all, okay, mortgage related activities, okay? You're not talking about rates, you're not talking about DTI, you're not talking about loan programs, you're not doing any of that stuff. When we talk about personal finance, we're just talking about financial education and health and all financial health, all that kind of stuff. You know, we all need in America, it's you know, we know that finance is not, the education around finance, personal finance is not taught enough. So that's what we're referencing here. We are not referencing mortgage activities. You do not do any mortgage activities, okay? You simply refer the deal from your business development activity, okay? So some of these events you may hold, right, or be a part of, there might be individuals that through educating them about personal finances, they might want to buy a house, right? If you're a realtor, you might talk to them about buying a house. Then you will refer them over to Client Direct Mortgage, okay? So we can educate them about the loan process. Upon those individuals closing a deal, you would be compensated, okay? Has nothing to do with your real estate compensation. You'll make that on your own. That's between you and your real estate broker. I'm talking about additional compensation from Client Direct Mortgage for referring that deal over, okay? In-person events are absolutely wonderful. That's something that's a great business development activity. We really try to harness the power of social media and the power of video, if you will. So we will encourage you guys and help you guys do weekly social media posts, okay? We'd love for you to attend industry events. You can attend those in conjunction with many of our loan officers, right? That will help build that bond and relationship and that continuity of working together, okay? You can record and post educational videos. And again, these are all things that we see in business development activities role, okay? And then one thing that we do that's kind of fun is we will be putting together an educational retreat. So once per year, we're going to try to put something together and we'll pay for it. So it'll be attend our all expense paid educational retreat once a year for our business development individuals. Now you guys are out there, you're remote, you're working in the field. We want to come together at some point, right? At least once a year to kind of get together, exchange notes, sharpen each other's steel, if you know what I mean, right? Let's make each other better. And that's why we want to get together in person one time a year. So fun stuff. We're going to help you with all of this stuff. A lot of you, if you're in sales already, you're kind of doing these activities. So it might be really easy transition. That's why we might have reached out to your particular vertical, if you will, because we know that you're doing development activities for your current business, okay? Why not add this piece in to make more compensation? It's an easy transition, right? And that's how we feel like we're bringing value to you. Okay, so what do we set you up with? What's the toolkit that's out there for this business development role? Well, number one, you're going to get a Client Direct Mortgage email. Again, you are an employee of Client Direct Mortgage, okay? You're going to have a mortgage referral link. There's got to be a way to associate the deals that you're referring to the company, okay? We got to be able to tag them or check them with your name. So we have a platform for that, okay? So you're going to get access to that. We're going to give you custom social media assets. We have a marketing team that's going to be able to help you generate business. Some of it will be, you can do co-branded stuff. You can do things with our Our loan officers, there's all types of exciting, fun things that you can do, right? So we embrace that, we encourage it, we support it, and we will help you. All right. Social media is so important. If everybody's not doing social media, we can help you with that. We can help you with the video aspects of things. If that's some of what you are interested in doing, we do social media posting automation, right? So it could be like a co-scheduler or something like that. So it's hard. The hardest thing about social media is being consistent, right? We do it 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4, 5th day, 6th day, 7th day, 8th. I forgot. Then I got to go back to it and this and that. A lot of people don't realize a lot of content is done in a short period of time. You might do all your content over a day or two. Then you put it in an automated scheduler, and then it just trickles out on the routine schedule, right? So that's the way you see a lot of people that you see consistently. That's the way they're doing it. So we're happy to help you guys with that. That's something that a skill that we want you guys to kind of like have in your repertoire, if you will. And of course, business cards. These are just some of the things that we have in that business development toolkit. Okay. So let's move on. Let's talk about the favorite part, the money. Okay. How much money can you realistically make doing this? Okay. I'm gonna be really transparent about this, okay? Upon closing the escrow, okay, you'll get a referral fee of up to 1% of the loan amount. We wanted to come out and be the most aggressive, the biggest value. We wanted to hit the bullseye of endorphin release for you. So hopefully that released some endorphins for you to say, what? I'm making a whole 1%, and all I'm doing is referring the deal over. It's not all you're doing. There's a lot of work in you being able to garner that relationship. That's off of past experience. It's off of people you know. It's off of phone calls you make. It's your engagement within the community. It's your engagement in different groups. It's your engagement in your church. It's your engagement amongst all of the stuff that you do and all the people that you've interacted with for a very long time. So it might seem simple in some sense, but really there was a lot of time, energy, effort built into making relationships. And that's what business development is. You're going out there, you're using the resources, you're using the relationships that you have to develop more business, okay? We're gonna take care of the loan. That's our specialty. And we can promise you that we're gonna execute on it to the highest level. There's not going to be any runoff or lack of service, if you will, because you're participating in this program. Actually, there'll be more transparency because you'll know the loan officers, okay? You will have a relationship and a bond and a mutual interest to get this thing closed down, all right? So up to 1% of the loan amount. So for example, $400,000 loan, let's say it's a $500,000 house, they're putting $100,000 down, $400,000 loan, you will get paid a referral fee of 1% of that loan amount. Now, let's be perfectly honest here. There are cases where you might refer a client over and they're shopping around, right? And they find another deal or another rate, or they find this lender or that lender, and they want a more competitive price, let's just say, okay? We will adjust, we'll oblige, we'll do whatever we have to do to win that business, to keep that client within our realm. And if that happens, which will, again, there'll be transparency around, then that referral fee can adjust downwards, okay? So it might be a case where we need to get skinny. You might make a 0.5 point on the deal. So in this $400,000 deal, you might make $2,000. But again, rest assured, there's a lot of transparency in what it is we're doing, and you'll be able to see and understand exactly how you're getting paid, and if there's any adjustment to the pay, why, okay? And I'm sure you'll be extremely comfortable with the explanation, but the goal is to go towards 1%. And let me say this too, because this is important. Even in paying you 1% of the loan amount, we are not, I repeat, we are not stacking the rate. We are not charging the client more to try to get you paid, in a sense. What we're doing is taking a portion of what we would have made anyway, right? So we are sharing in that amount because you put forth the effort to help develop that business and bring it over to us. So that means that the client is still going to get an extremely competitive rate, excellent service, despite the fact that you were able to refer them over to us, okay, and get paid off of this transaction. All right, very good. Let's move on. It's wonderful to know how much I'm getting paid, but just as important to know when I'm getting paid, right? When and how. Okay, so payday is the first Friday, you got to follow me here. It's like I don't know, it's like not necessarily a tongue twister, but you got to follow the maze here, okay? All right, payday is the first Friday, 2 weeks after the disbursement date, okay? So disbursement date is Wednesday the 1st. 2 weeks after that would be what, the 8th and the 15th. So say the 15th is a Wednesday, that Friday you get paid. So the first Friday, 2 weeks after disbursement. And that's how long it takes us. We're a lender. We sell loans off our line and do all that sort of stuff. So that's how long it takes us to reconcile and do all the stuff that we need to do. So 2 weeks and a couple of days, right? That's when you're paid. 2 weeks and a couple of days after the closing, really, okay? Since you're a W-2 employee, all payroll is processed through our payroll company, which is Paycom. Paycom is one of the bigger payroll companies out there, one of the more innovative technology-forward companies. They have a nice mobile app. You're able to control everything. You'll be paid through setting up direct deposit. It'd be like a traditional W-2 sort of employment job, okay? Pretty straightforward there. Okay, so I'm ready. Like, what are the next steps? I like what I'm hearing. This is pretty straightforward. What do I do to dive in a little bit more and figure out how I proceed or how I become a part of this program? Okay, here we go. We'll send you out, everybody that signed up, everybody that attended, we will send you out a Calendly link, and then you can choose a time to do an interview with us. And this is a quick interview. Make sure that it's the right fit for you. You're the right fit for us. We're the right fit for you, sort of thing. So we'll go through and do that. Then we'll send you out the contract. Okay, we have an employment agreement, so you can review and sign that agreement if you so are inclined to move forward with us. We have an onboarding, which is a very quick onboarding, right? So it won't take you very long to get through the onboarding. So we'll do that once you sign the contract. And then through that onboarding, you'll get all the instruction on how this works, okay? And all the additional questions you may have will get answered, and you'll be ready to go. So out of that onboarding, you will then at that point be ready to start referring business into Client Direct. You will meet your loan officers that will be working with you. And it'll be an exciting time because it's the opportunity to make more money around the skills and development that you'll be implementing and pushing out there in the community. You know, that would be able to be translated into real dollars. Okay. So that concludes my presentation. What I love to